Julie Roser and
Shauna
Pastor
Roser.
Shauna, coming to you live, kind of recorded from my kitchen. This week we have Palm Sunday. It is the first Sunday of the month. We're getting into the Easter celebration, and usually when we're all meeting together, it would be Communion Sunday, but we don't have the opportunity to meet together and all share and break bread as one body in one place. So Shauna has been struggling through how do we do communion for everyone. Her idea was maybe we get those little Cheez-Its or those Christo croutons that you open up and have little wafers on the top, and you have your little juices and somehow disperse them to all you. But I thought, why not use it as an opportunity to learn about communion and be able to possibly make our own communion bread. So we are doing a video to kind of talk about why we do communion with the bread that we do, where it comes from, the importance of what we're doing, and hopefully give you something that you can then make at home in preparation for Sunday and for communion with your family and your house as we all meet virtually. So, Shauna, first and foremost, I want you to tell me, why do you use the communion bread that we use?
This communion bread was a recipe that was given to Randy and I probably 30 years ago by a pastor that had pastored probably longer than I am old. And for his little church, he had made the communion bread for his people every single week. And we implemented it as soon as we started the church in the home, and we've been doing it ever since. And different people have made it through the years. Nancy makes it now. But just the opportunity to make it for everybody, to pray over it, to just knead in all of the prayer requests and scriptures that you know for the week. So it would be fun to be able to make that with your family and have it together as a family. But I'm not going to teach you how to switch grapes.
Okay. So, might have to get your own juice then, is what she's saying. All right, so what do we need ingredient-wise to be able to make it?
We are going to be using whole wheat flour. If you don't have whole wheat flour, being how we're under quarantine, you can use all white. It just is a little lighter.
Okay.
We are using a little bit of white flour. You use baking powder, not soda.
Baking powder. Okay.
And salt with a little bit of honey, water, and oil. Okay. Super simple.
What kind of oil? Does it matter?
Any kind of cooking oil. You don't want to use olive oil, vegetable oil, canola oil, does not matter.
So
any kind of oil.
Whole wheat flour, regular flour, salt, baking
powder, baking powder,
oil, and honey.
And a little bit of water.
How come we don't use yeast?
No yeast. In Scripture, God constantly talks about yeast being equivalent, or what they symbolize as sin. Don't allow yeast; it will ruin the whole batch. So we don't use yeast.
Okay.
They didn't use yeast.
Who's they?
The Israelites.
The
Did not use yeast.
Okay. So this
we
is
don't
then,
use yeast as
even
well.
though this came from a pastor that's been
Something
passed down
that
for
been passed
generations,
down.
this is more in line with what actually the Israelites then would have done for their own communion or unleavened bread.
Unleavened bread.
Unleavened bread. Awesome.
Exactly.
All right, let's get going. I'm excited to learn.
Okay, so we're going to start out with 2/3 of a cup whole wheat flour.
Okay.
And I don't worry about flattening it out like a lot of bread recipes because it's a very gooey bread.
Okay. 2/3 cup,
2/3 cup of whole wheat flour. Then we use 1/4 of a cup of white flour.
Okay. Quarter
And
cup.
any kind of white flour. Does not matter. When I'm making it for Prism, I totally leave out the white flour. So again, use what you have. Not important.
Okay.
Kind of mix that together just to get it mixed up. We use then 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
1/2 teaspoon salt. Okay.
And we use a teaspoon and 1/4 of baking powder.
Teaspoon and 1/4 baking powder. Okay.
Then what we're going to do is we're going to take 1/2 cup of warm water.
Okay.
Now at my house, I have instant water. So I just take it right out of the tap.
Okay.
Here we've got a little bit warm water ready to go. The reason you want the warm water is because you're going to dissolve a tablespoon of honey into the water.
Okay. Does it matter how much water you have?
1/2 cup.
1/2 cup. That's right.
1/2 cup warm water.
Okay.
And I overflow the honey a little bit.
Okay.
Make sure that the honey disappears and dissolves in the water. Make sure you get it all out of your spoon. And then add in 1/2 tablespoon of oil.
So it's keeping your dry ingredients and your wet ingredients separate until you're ready to put them all together.
Exactly. When we're ready, we just slowly add in the water. I'm not adding it all in at one time because it will be extremely, extremely sticky.
Okay.
And on the weeks where the bread's a little flatter, it's because we've gotten a little bit too much water.
Okay.
Is that this recipe is for doing for like 100, 200 people. So it probably makes 24 small little loaves. So I've had to cut it way down in order to make it for the church.
Okay.
So it's kind of sticky, kind of gooey,
Okay.
perfect consistency.
Just like that?
Yep, you want to hold that up for everybody to see. It's kind of holds together, but it's pretty sticky. Maybe
Okay.
pre-spray whatever spray you have on your cookie sheet,
Okay.
and you just put it in a ball.
All right.
Perfect. Flatten it out to about 1/4 of an inch.
Okay.
Doesn't like to flatten very well. Pretty gooey.
Like that?
Just like that, and then put a cross in the top.
Across.
Perfect.
Okay.
There we go. We pop it in the oven at 450 degrees
Okay.
for about 8 minutes.
All right.
Now, ovens vary. I've had people say that it can take up to 12. Mine, if I put it in for 12, it would come out hard as a rock. So,
Okay.
8 minutes, and we will see
All
how
right.
that
We'll
looks.
see you in 8 minutes. All right. Well, welcome back to my kitchen. We took a
cleaned
minute.
up a little.
Yep, we took a minute to clean up because I'm a little OCD, sorry. And we have about 30 seconds left on the timer for our bread to come out. I'm excited to see how it came out. I've never actually made bread before. So I have a question though. How far in advance should you make this for Sunday?
I would make it either Friday or Saturday. Stick it in a Ziploc bag. Just keep it on your counter. It doesn't matter. If you put it in the refrigerator, it tends to dry it out.
Okay.
If you try to store it longer than that, it tends to crumble.
Okay.
So try to keep it as fresh as possible.
Oh, I got 6 seconds left. I'm excited.
How fun.
Looks pretty good.
Smelling good.
There it goes. All right, let's check it out. There
We
we
will
go.
put this on the website for you, so you will have the recipe.
Now, what if I don't make it at home? Can I
If you
still
don't
what
make
should I do
it,
for
you can still use a cracker. Use anything that doesn't have wheat. Pita bread. I've even taken communion with sourdough. It's got a different kind of yeast. It's not a normal yeast. But and if nothing else, just use what you have.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's the fact that we're coming together as a body, taking it as a body. I would probably not recommend a cookie, but
Okay. Okay.
darn,
And
right?
then juice.
Juice, any kind of grape juice.
Okay.
If
Or what you have.
Yeah, what you have, apple juice.
Okay.
Mainly it's the thought that we're going to be taking it together as a body. We're in different situations. We're all over the map right now. We can't be face to face. We can't have that connectedness. So why not just connect this way?
Okay.
Make it with your kids. Let your kids have fun.
Awesome.
Let them see what it is to pray over people as you're making bread.
Awesome. Well, I'm really excited for when this cools down. We get to try some.
There we go.
So I hope this was helpful for you guys and inspires you to maybe make some communion bread in anticipation of Palm Sunday, this Sunday, 10 a.m. online.
Online.
We'll see you then.